Hello, everybody. So, we have a lot of things to talk about. Some things that you might not want to have heard afterward. But we'll get to that in a second, my little lovely... I don't fucking know what to call you people. So yeah, that's a great way for us to start this out. But you know what? I just really don't care. Because today... we have something truly special. A few things, actually. And I think we'll start with the first of them. Where the fuck have I been for the past probably 8 months before August? It's a great question. Well, you see, I have come to some realizations. Realizations that may have seemed silly to me, even last year. Ones that I struggle to still come to terms with even today, but the more that I do come to terms with them, the more I find it just makes too much sense in my brain. Now what the hell am I talking about? Well, what if I told you that fear itself wasn't just a channel? You'd probably think I'm crazy. Well, you'd be right. I'm pretty damn crazy, but that's not the gist of it. You see, the gist of what I was trying to say is, what if my little concept of creating a different side, you'll all recall my new logo, what if that was more of a literal interpretation of how I see myself, and not just how I see myself, but how I interact with myself. Yes, that's right. I talk to myself on the regular. And it's not just me talking and nobody responding. No. There's a second person. And, well, you've already met him. That's right, yes. My little channel concept has always been something that I have actually had in my mind. I'm fairly certain I have some kind of dissociative identity disorder, but that's besides the point. I have a very healthy relationship with whatever I've created in my head, and I still don't really know what to call it, but I know that I've made it, and I know that it's there to stay, and now it's taken on a mind of its own, and it's more of a personality twitch than anything. You see, I dealt with a lot of shit. Lots and lots of shit. Stuff that no kid should have to deal with, especially not before they're 15. And then from 15 to 18, oh boy. Yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff I don't want to get into. But that's besides the point as well, my good little friends, because through that, I was able to push all those nasty little things into a nice little ball and shove it up somewhere in my mind. And that little ball turned into fear itself. Now, let me explain. Hold on. I do so love my coffee. Allow me to explain. You see, I used to have some disturbing thoughts, we'll say. We'll just say that. We will leave it at that. We won't go into any detail on that because those thoughts have gone away. I found a healthier way to deal with them. You see, I didn't just come up with the concept of the Hatter either. That's also an extension of this character, we'll call him. But I really do come to find more and more that it's more of a second side of my own personality. A side that I don't exactly like to show, but one that I love to explore. Obviously, you've seen. Yeah, this is going to be one of the videos where I just kind of don't even care. Because I'm just so happy. Yes, I am so happy. For the first time in a long time, I am happy. I've been happy for a long time now. This whole year, basically, I have been pretty damn happy. At least if you compare that to the last few years of my life. Yeah, there were some bumpy roads that way. And the best way for me to deal with it, I felt, was to just give it off to somebody else. And that somebody else was myself, yes, but not exactly. I didn't see him that way, and I still don't. We're like two halves of the same whole. And that is exactly why I have the design that I do. It's very reminiscent of Two-Face, I know, but I actually came up with the idea more from the side that I actually feel like. You see, well, I guess the easiest way to explain it is just to let you see for yourself. Or should I say hear for yourself. Let me ask you, what do you think of humans? We're all human, yes. Yes, we are. Funny little thing. But what do you think of them? I think they are wretched, disgusting little things. Things that I would much rather just leave alone. But we can't all have that. None of us can, really. If you do, they call you crazy. They call you mad. They tell you that it's wrong to talk to yourself. They tell you that you should shut those things away and you should be a normal person. How overrated is that? That is exactly why I am here, sweet little things. Yes, I am fear itself. Not some little character that was created. No, I'm a very real thing. I talk to him every day. This is not an act. This is real, and I take it quite seriously, and so does the boy. So I suggest you would all do the same, and take the matter to heart. Yes, it might be unhealthy to create another person in your head, and I guess you could call it a person. More of a thing, really. But is it really? You see, I filter out everything that is considered too disturbing for you little mortals. Yes, I'm calling you mortals. Yes, I am. No reason. I just like to. I like to remind you of your mortality. Because, you see, I am a concept, not a person. Common misconception, but yes, you see, I am a concept, something that does not die, something that lives on in history, in the minds of everyone else who has ever experienced such a thing. And while there are many, many things that I would like to explain, I just simply don't have the capacity to let you understand unless you've experienced something of the sort. To have somebody's mind unravel is quite a disgusting thing. So, what do you do before you jump off the edge of madness? You make a parachute. And that would be me. I am a parachute. One designed solely to bring safety. To myself and to you, because an unkept mind is a powerful thing, a very dangerous thing, especially one muddled with the horrors that have befit us. Well, worry not, because everything is fine. Daddy Fear is here. Did you like that? I liked that. Diana gets it. So, before you go and make fun, or before you go and say, are you okay? Are you insane? Have you finally gone off the fucking deep end? Don't worry. I'm just fine. I, in fact, am better than ever. And I hope you all know that. I am living my best life. We are living our best lives. And I just hope you all know just how much I care about you. How much we care about you. And if any of you happen to have similar experiences, feel free to contact me. I would love to hear if I'm not the only batshit insane person on this planet who's come up with such an asinine idea. Calling my own ideas asinine. Now that is irony. So, now you know the truth. I hope you enjoy it. I have come to terms with the fact that we are the same thing. We want the same thing, regardless of if we choose to go about it the same way, which we hardly ever do. Don't think of me as a devil on the shoulder. Don't think of me as an angel either. Think of me as balance. Because you can't have all those good little things muddling your head without a little bit of deviousness, now can you? What do you do when the world tells you to shut it all away? Create. Create something better than the world. And evolve it past yourself to give you ideas for things beyond human comprehension. What do I mean by that? Think about it, and come to your own conclusion. I'm not here to make up anybody's mind, nor will I ever be. I'm simply here to help. Now that that's out of the way, I have some announcements to make. Now, before anybody says anything about that whole thing, no, I'm not joking. I'm totally serious. All my, well, I don't really want to go into detail about them, but my thoughts will say, we're not exactly, safe. And this is the healthiest way for me to deal with it. I'm not going to say that's how anybody else should deal with it. If you ask me, it's quite dangerous because while I choose to exact mine in a manner online where it doesn't harm anybody and I can get those disturbing things out in story, it might not be the same for somebody else. Somebody else might take this way too literally and literally go out killing somebody. I just said literally twice. Go out killing somebody because they said, oh, well, this guy on the internet said I could create another person. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I've created another concept in my head, something that I can push the negativity into and coalesce it with my own happy thoughts so that I can maintain some paltry level of balance in my head so that I don't go on a murderous rampage or just harm myself or do something stupid. Not, it doesn't have to be a murderous rampage. Heck, you could go and steal something. You could go and get on drugs. You know, there's a lot of smaller things besides killing people. And just because we have a lot of mass shootings doesn't mean anything. I actually don't really like the concept. I don't like the concept of killing people. Now, I'll be the first one to want to inflict some pain on some people. And trust me, I have some ideas about that, but that's still way, way too much for me to even think about enacting. So I choose to do it in a healthier way, which does not harm anybody and actually keeps my sanity from breaking in the process. Yeah, it's kind of funny. The most insane concept of all time actually gets me to retain some of my sanity. So, what's next? Ah, yes. Now we have some new narrators to introduce into Madness in Wonderland. Um, I, with much regret, have to announce that Lucky is no longer able to play Alice. I say no longer able. I have not been able to get in contact with her for a year now. I haven't heard anything from her. I emailed her about a month ago and got nothing back. She is not on Twitter anymore. Her Twitter is gone. I haven't heard anything from anybody. And I cannot continue a story that has Alice in it without Alice. So I would like to introduce Horrors by Lillie C Nation. Or sorry, that's her Twitter name. Fuck me. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna. No, that is okay. Son of a bitch, I'm stupid. Okay, yeah, no, I was right. Horrors by Lillie C Nation. She will be playing Alice going forward, and I'm super excited. I love her work. I am very, very happy that she is willing to play that part for me going forward. Alice will not be in the story. Probably, let's see, we're on 16, I think. I think she comes back in at like chapter 22 because right now I'm kind of rushing things along in David's flashback because we need to get to the modern day again because we really just need to know the gist of what happened with David the first time he went through. We don't need to know a whole bunch of stuff going out of that. Like, we don't have to see every single thing he did. But there are a few things I need to plant the seeds for, and that's all that I'm doing right now. I'm planting the seeds for bigger things to come in the present day with Alice and David together, and that will play into why I'm bringing Alice back, of course. So, I am introducing her as Alice, and now I will be introducing, God damn, my mind is just broken today. I cannot think worth a shit. Oh, god damn. Somebody just take a baseball bat and just off with my head. Did you like that? I thought that was pretty good. While I'm looking for this, I am in talks right now to have a new narrator that I just discovered, play a new character coming in chapter 16. He is my personal favorite. He is actually going to be, other than the Blue Caterpillar and the Hatter, he is actually the most knowledgeable character in the story. And that is saying something, because those two characters, when you find out who the Hatter is, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, well, of course, he knew everything. And then you're going to find out the Blue Caterpillar is also somebody super, super, super important. So those two are literally the two pivotal characters in the story other than David. So the Jack of Spades is going to be the new one. His name is the Jack of Spades and Secrets Kept. And he knows every secret for every creature in Wonderland. So he's going to play quite a fun role in that. And I am talking to a narrator right now that I'm going to present the offer to him before I actually announce anything about him. I'll put his channel in the description, though, so you can go and check him out, because he is fairly new, from what I understand, and very good. I'm very impressed, and so I would like to give him my support already. I have on Twitter, but nobody follows me on Twitter, so what the fuck good is that to do? Anyways, I'm talking to him right now, and Mandie Mortem, that is the name of the other narrator. She will be playing Janice Liddell going forward. MySweetAngel has had to resign, regretfully. but we appreciate her work, and Lucky as well. We appreciate Lucky and MySweetAngel's work. MySweetAngel still has a Twitter, and you can go on my Twitter, and I have her on there very frequently. She's always tagging me in awesome quotes that make my day. So she's always on my Twitter. You can go if you would like to tell her thank you for. I would like you to. If you would like to tell her thank you for all the work that she did, even as little as it may have been for the time, I would like her to know that I am very grateful for all that and helping me bring to life something that I love so much and that means so much to me. And I can never thank people enough for that. And so thank you both very much for your contributions, and the best to you both going forward. Lucky, I hope to hear back from you soon. If not, good life to you. All right. And now the best part of this video. I am not going to be doing... I'm sorry, I know that this may be... You may have wanted a trailer like last year and the year before, but I'm still doing one for Christmas because I love Christmas, and of course I love the theatrics. And I'll be doing one for Madness in Wonderland, even though I haven't really gotten anything out this year. But that's because this year I have been spending this whole year writing the story more, like fleshing more details out, because I'm not going to lie to you. I'll be completely 100% transparent. I got up to chapter 12, and then I was stuck on 13. I was literally writing 13 as I got 12 out on my channel, and then I was at a standstill. I was like, well, fuck, I can't upload 13 because that's the only chapter I have left, and I haven't even finished it. So I just didn't, and so that's why I haven't had any out this year. But good news, I am up to chapter 16 right now, and so I was like, oh, okay, I can actually get some more out this next year. I'll have at least 5 more chapters that I will get out before the end of the year while I'm doing Halloween and Christmas, of course. While I get those out, I will be getting at least 5 more chapters written. And they might not be super long chapters, but they are very eventful, and they will have a lot of story in them. So be prepared. There's a lot of stuff I'm going to be hitting you with hard and fast in these next few chapters. And you're really not going to see some of them coming, and it's going to be... really, everything grandiose in the story is getting set up now. And the big players are starting to come into play. As we get the Duchess of Anemone's White, we are going to get tons new creatures and an entire new species of enemy. So I can't wait to introduce those. They're both extremely good. Now to the meat and potatoes of this, the Halloween countdown. I'm going to announce to you all Fear Itself's Halloween Countdown 2019. And we have quite the lineup this year. I am going all out on my narration. We are going to have 14 stories. So we're going to have 13 and a bonus. And you're going to love the bonus. The bonus is going to be on Halloween, of course. And here is what we are going to have. We are going to have number 13, How to Play Hide and Seek Alone. This story is very, very good. It's a short one. It's a very simple one. But I think it is simply fantastic. It always made me just kind of cringe just a little bit. Because it's just scary enough to kind of freak me out. But not enough to, like, keep me up at night. And it's one of those ones that you don't have to do, so it's like, oh, like, what if, you know, kind of scary. Number 12 is Dating Game. Now, I will be changing a few things at the end of this story. They are very graphic. I do not believe that they need to be on my channel or on YouTube at all. And they are, honestly, they make the story worse. There are a few, if you've heard the story before, you know exactly which parts I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the murder at the end, but I am talking about certain things that are said, not things that are done. I'll just put it that way. Also, if you've read the story, you also know why I'm not going to say those things, because I don't believe in them. 11 is Mr. Mix. This was one that I still kind of gets... I don't know why. This one just always scares me. I guess... Whenever it gets to a certain point in the story, I imagined the music it was talking about, and it always just scared the hell out of me, because I imagined something very, very disturbing. I won't tell you anything more about that. Number 10, Picture This Rebooted. Yes, I am going with a reboot of Picture This, and I know how risky that might be, and I know my other one has definitely more views and is going to keep more views probably, but you know what? Are you just gonna kick me? My dog just kicked me. I let you on the bed and you're just gonna kick me? Anyways, I know I outdid myself on this one. And that's to say with that one, but the last one is what I really outdid myself on. But yes, we are doing a reboot of Vincent Vinicava's Picture This. Then, number 9, a reboot of Happy Puppet Syndrome. Because that was one I remember when I did it, it was really rushed, and I didn't get it out the way I wanted it to. I don't ever want a video to be rushed, so if I ever have an opportunity to go back and redo something and make it better, I'm always going to do that. I don't care how many times I have to redo it to make it the best. I always want it to be the best, and I never want it to be subpar. And then I can go back and I can compare how good I've gotten with that same thing and not have to mess around with it. It's not that I want the same views, because obviously I'm not getting that. It's more that I want to show people how much better I can do now than what I might have been able to do a few years back. Number 8 is a memory. And I know I've done this one I did this once by itself, and then that was way, way back. That was when I first got Audacity. That's how long ago that was. Then I did it again in a horror reboot, in Fear Itself's horror reboot, but again, that one was with a bunch of other stories, and I didn't give it the time that it deserved. My editing was also pretty bad whenever I did both of those renditions of it. So it wasn't like with Dear Abby, where I have like four different iterations of it on my channel. Don't judge me on that one. I fucking love that story. Number 7, we're going to be going with a little bit of a funny one. I love this story too, and I remember listening to it at Starbucks a bunch. I don't know why. This story came up on my playlist whenever I got to Starbucks a whole bunch. I keep hearing something. I'm not kidding. I keep hearing something. Huh. Anyways. Number 7 is, does anyone know a good plumber? It's a comedy story. Yeah. 6 is Hands. This one is pretty simple. I'm not gonna give away anything about it. If you've heard it, you've heard it. 5 is They Come. I love this story, mostly because I can put in a rain sound effect. And it's not even a rain sound effect. I have a real soundbite for rain now, because we had a really good storm one day, and I recorded like 5 minutes of just the rain sound. And I'm gonna upload that to my computer and edit it so that I can actually use that, because I want the actual sound of rain and not the same stock fucking sound effect that I use for rain every time. Okay, number 4, The Glutton. This one is another one that I always loved. It was one that always kind of scared me, because like I used to walk all over the place, like all over town. And this one is one of those ones where it's like walking home at night. Number 3, Madness in Wonderland, Chapter 13. I got you, bitches. Yes, I did. Don't say I didn't, because I know I got you. Yeah, you didn't expect that, did you? Yes. Chapter 13, The Duchess's Gauntlet, will be our third to last story for Halloween this year. I've already gotten the stuff typed up, and I will be sending it shortly this next... well, I have it typed up, but I'm not going to be able to send it for a little while because I don't have cable. But I will have it typed up whenever I lose my cable, because I won't have anything else to do whenever I lose that. So I will be typing that up, and it will be out during September so that I can get everything ready It will be towards the end of October, and it's going to be fantastic. This chapter is going to be grand. It has so much content. It's basically going to set up the next half of the story. So, I say the next half. It's more like the next quarter of the story, at least. And I'm very excited to introduce it all to you. The Duchess is going to play a bigger role in this chapter. Everybody's going to have, except for the cat, of course. The Cat and the Hatter aren't going to be in it, but everybody's going to have a bigger role. I'm not in this. Oh, no. At the end of this one, there's going to be a creature that speaks to David. I have not decided who I will get to play that. Madness of Wonderland cast. A little wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If anybody, it's got to be a girl. It's got to be one of the girls. Wants to play that character, then I would love for you to tell me. It is called I hope I don't butcher this name. A Qualupalik. It's spelled Q-A... Oh, God damn it. What is it spelled? Q-U-A-L-U-P-L... Oh, fuck. Q-U-A-L-U-P-A-L-I-K. And it's going to be called the Ancient Underdweller. That's what I'm calling it, is the Ancient Underdweller. Because obviously I can't have it, can't have that name, because I don't know how to fucking say it! It's Inuit, so it's probably not easy for me to say. That's why I haven't learned it just yet. Number 2 is Gateway of the Mind. I don't know why I haven't done this story yet, but I'm finally gonna do it, and it's gonna be the second to last story of our countdown. And number 1, Anansi's Goatman story. I absolutely love this creepypasta. It freaks the hell out of me every time. I love these ones where it's like, like count everybody. Speaking of which, I will be doing Count the People more than likely. I'll probably be doing Count the People soon. Because that's one that's kind of like, it's like a short version of Anansi's Goatman story. I love Count the People. That's, oh my god, how have I not done that one? That is my favorite. Oh my god. I'm so glad I just did this. Now I remember that story. Alright, everybody. We might have 2 bonus stories on our hands. No, I'll probably do this one like this next week, probably. Alright, so what's our bonus story, you might ask? Well, it is the best of them all. A reboot of A Favor for a Favor. Now, this reboot is more than just a reboot. It is a completely redone version. I am doing the vocals completely different. I'm going to do the music way better. Everything. I put more emotion into this than you can possibly imagine. And that's saying something coming from me. I know. I'm like, whoa, like, what the hell? Like, you put emotion into all your stuff. What do you mean by that? But yes, I do. And this one is going to be something far better than what I did before. I have, first of all, free range to get as loud as I please in this new place. And that has given me range to do a lot more sound effect stuff, a lot better, more emotional things. I can actually act these things out like it's really happening, and I absolutely love it. You can probably even tell by the way I'm talking, I've just gotten so much more free range to do stuff now. And coming in October, I will be buying my editing software. I will be buying I'll be buying the After Effects program to create a new intro. And everything. I'm going to be doing all of it. It's going to be a whole revamp. I just have to wait until after September. It has to be the 1st of October, like that first or second week. But it will go into the Halloween countdown, and it will be amazing whenever I get it. I cannot wait to show you all that, and thank you all for listening. You have been very, very supportive these last 7 months in not completely abandoning me. I am very lucky to have you all as fans, subscribers, people, whatever you want to call yourself. I've just been very blessed to have you all, and thank you for sticking with me through the good and the bad and the neutral, where I didn't do anything for 7 months. Thank you all so much, and thank you for putting up with my stupidity for all this time, because Lord knows somebody has to do it, right? Alright guys, this is a 35-minute video already, so I'm gonna cut it off here. I have something to give you all, and it's a story. So, why don't you pop on over and listen to Fear itself narrate a story of his own for once, and it is The Diary of Mr. Welldone. You couldn't have given me anything better. Enjoy, kiddies. Was that really necessary? That was totally necessary! God damn it, you can't even press a key right. Can you shut up?